Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about One Cut of the Dead. And this movie came out in 2017, even though technically it didn't come out in the US until 2019. But I'm going with 2017 because that's what IMDb says, and I organize everything by IMDb. It just helps me keep everything organized, in case anyone's wondering about that. And what this movie is basically a Japanese single take zombie film. And like Adam from Your Movie Sucks would describe it as, he would say that much. And after that, he would say one other thing and nothing else, plot wise or story wise, whatever you want to call it. Is that the second thing he would say is that you should watch past the credits. And I would agree with him on that. I don't want to spoil anything that happens in this movie, because this is a film where if you just say one certain thing, you can spoil the entire movie. And in theory, although I haven't watched any of the trailers, I can imagine this movie being very difficult to market. It's almost like trying to market the movie Death Proof from 2007, the Quentin Tarantino movie. Like, that's a movie that's very difficult to market. And I still love that movie, for the record, but I can understand why it was hard to sell to people. And that's kind of the same thing here. A film that's difficult to market, but once you actually sit down and watch it, like, it just works. It's one of those movies that just works. And the first 40 minutes is when it's a single take zombie film. And I was really enjoying the one take element of the film. That is what was helping me stay engaged with it. And it certainly made it stand out a bit. I can't think of another movie that I've seen that is a single take that is a zombie movie. Here it's like a really fun and interesting, and it works pretty well. And there's a reason why it's in one take. And I like how that plays into the movie. And there's so many elements in this movie that get reincorporated later into the movie that if you pay it close enough attention, that then they'll like make sense when you think about it, like things that happen in the beginning that happen later on in the film. And it's like, oh, it's like putting together a puzzle, and it's really fun. And it's a very active movie watching experience for me. And I watched this movie with my mom, and for the first 40 minutes she was like, I'm not really enjoying this. But once her and I were watching like past that point, like she started to enjoy the movie more, and as did I. I much prefer the stuff that happens after the first 40 minutes as opposed to the stuff that I'm currently talking about, but more on that later. I liked some of the music in the movie. Some of it kind of fit the scenes. Some of it was a bit cheesy and distracting at other points. Like in the first 40 minutes, it was kind of like hit or miss for me. But as the movie goes along, like it kind of fits a bit better. Not saying it's like the best thing in the world, but it feels more appropriate because of the tone of what the movie is going for. And you're probably expecting this movie to be just a horror movie, but surprisingly enough, this is a horror comedy. And the comedy in the film I thought was very funny, and I was laughing quite a bit with this movie. It's a very comedic film. It's fun, exciting, and the third act is awesome. I love the third act of this movie. It's exciting, engaging, and overall satisfying. Like, it just sells me exactly what I would have wanted, and I can't imagine it being any different than how it currently is. There was surprisingly a lot to chew on while watching the movie. Not like something that's really dramatic in every scene, but just always something that kept me wanting more. And I really, really want to talk about this movie more in depth, so I can just say everything that I want to, but sadly, this is a spoiler-free review of this movie, not a spoiler-filled review of this movie. So, unfortunately, I am forced to stop right here, because otherwise I feel like I might accidentally spoil something, which would be very unfortunate. So check this movie out. It's awesome. I had a great experience with it. I would recommend just watching the movie. You don't even need to see any of the marketing for this movie. It's a movie that just works, and all in all, I just really love the movie. And with all that being said, I'm going to give One Cut of the Dead a 9 out of 10. I was considering an 8 out of 10 when I first finished the movie, but after sitting with it and thinking about a lot of things and just how everything ties into itself, and not only that, but also considering like my own personal feelings, I can't just like give it an 8. Like I feel like I should bump it up to a 9. So 9 out of 10. Really loved it. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of One Cut of the Dead, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Two Popes. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.